and we go here. This is my YouTube channel for all of you guys who are watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Where is it? Right here. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Should hit 1,000 by the end of the year, which was the goal. And then at the end of 2019, we'll get this channel to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2019. But only need 5 more subscribers to get to the end of the year. Sourcing monthly. So I said this to you guys earlier. This was going to be my present to you. I'm going to share this bad boy. I am going to create a shareable link and Control C, Command C. Is that what I do? And I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it in the comment section of this video, so that you guys can link into that and utilize that when you guys are doing retail arbitrage or private label. It's a spreadsheet I created last week. It took me a few hours of time to put into it, and it's going to be ongoing for me, so you'll be able to see all the updates I make to that particular link. Let me just jump over here and jump on Creator Studio, and let me go say hi to the chat room quickly. Let's see if anyone is hanging. Where is this video right now? Live streams. There we go. Hey, Anderson Liang, hanging out with me. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Here's that link to that docs.google spreadsheet. I'll name it later. But you can use that link. You can jump on it. You can see what I'm creating, what I'm doing. It's nothing all that complicated. I know a lot of you, I always use Control because I'm a PC guy. But I know a lot of you like spreadsheets like these, like to have some sort of resource where you can look at it and go, okay, the month I'm in, what holidays, what are the key holidays for the months? What are the key dates? What is the hot niche of the month? I am building upon this by added top products people purchase or buy. I don't know why I did that, but we'll add a U in there. By month. So the top products by month. I don't even have to go people buy. Obviously, dogs and cats aren't buying it. Top products, top sellers by month. And then thinking ahead, what to source. So I started creating this. I started putting in key dates, August obviously being one of the slower ones, but I will have this fully filled for everybody to utilize this little spreadsheet or tool to just help you. Let's insert a row. I want a row below. I want a row above. Insert row above. I'll probably call this bad boy, I'm going to call it swim. Swim. Sell or source what's moving. What is moving? Swim. Okay. Source what is moving. So that's what this is going to be called. We'll font that up there. Ta-da! What else do I want to put in here? But in January, obviously January's coming up. It's New Year's resolutions, goals. You want to dive into the niche of self-help books. You want to dive into the niche of fitness. We'll put in here self-help books. You want to dive into the niche of health and fitness and supplements, because those niches increase the demand by hundreds of percentages, double, triple the demand. They're the prime months of sales I should know. I grew up in the retail fitness industry. So it is what we wait for. It is our Valentine's Day uh, when it comes to sales and people buying products, both products that are cheap, affordable, accessories, tools like resistance bands, foam rollers, massage sticks, massage tools, scales, body fat scales, weight scales. Um, I would stay away from heavy products. You don't need to sell dumbbells. You don't need to sell kettlebells. You don't need to sell weights and bars. But you want to go and find, as seen on TV, products that will make you money. You want to go and, let me jump over here. Boom. Ta-da, ta-da. There I am. Whoa. Hey, I'm terrible at doing this. But you want to source training devices, training aids. Is not a great time to jump into the sporting good niches, I would say. Although you want to monitor anything that is being cleared out in any category, really, at the end of the day. But we're going to talk about the health and fitness industry specifically. And the next present I have for you. So again, that first present for you, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to develop that particular spreadsheet over the next couple weeks. And I'm going to put as much into it. I might even create more columns of information as I see the need to relay to you guys some important information that will help you with your Amazon business. And it also helps me, you know, my whole concept is to be efficient and to be aware of products that are hot, trending, on clearance, have profit, to be aware of good buys, to be effective at finding those products, especially if I'm in my retail arbitrage mindset. Like if I'm in that space and in that zone, then it's important that I know what I want to source, and that I'm doing research, and that I'm spending some time on Amazon looking at products that are trending, that I'm on Google Trends, looking at toys, looking at books that are trending. I'll even look at, do as much research into the stores and look at their clearance sections of their online stores as well. For all the big players, Walmart, Toys R Us, locally, Staples, Best Buy, all those types of stores, it's important to look at all that stuff and wrap your head around products that are being cleared out or that are hot and trending, that are in demand. Those are the key essentials of sourcing your product. Then you can run all the ads that you want to on those products when you get to them. Let's try something here. So, yeah, so and obviously, you got to look at this. You got to look at every month, and I may even create a column on this spreadsheet based on different factors that play a part in what people buy on Amazon. People buy commodities that are useful tools, that are longevity tools, that have a long shelf cycle or sales cycle. People buy seasonal stuff. People buy stuff based on the weather. Summer, they're buying swimsuits, floaties, ocean or beach toys. In the winter, they're buying, depending on the part of the world you're from, raincoats, rubber boots, mittens, toques, all those types of things. You know, in the fall, it might shift to, you know, products that they, you know, what would you be buying in the fall? What would you be buying in the fall? You know, you might look at the specific holidays that fall, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and obviously in the fall, Amazon. It's, you know, when you think about it, you go, well, really, what is the dominant, you know, category of the fall? And there really not necessarily is one, but Amazon have created such a nostalgia around their sales dates. You know, July being the first of the Prime. I think Prime Day is in July. It might be June, but it might be in July. I can't remember. I believe it's July 16th or whatever. But leading into, you know, Black Friday, obviously, and Cyber Money and all that type of stuff. So I'll create multiple columns, but the premise of this sheet is going to allow you to jump on here, look at September, and go, okay, September is back to school. Got to wrap my head around school product, backpacks, you know, we'll go backpacks, school supplies, you know, that kind of covers a lot of stuff, those two categories. If you're a university student, textbooks. Now, this is what's going to sell during that month. Okay, it's not top products sales during this month. You know, and I'll be doing a lot of research on Amazon to get all this data and criteria and update this sheet. But this column is actually more important, the think ahead column. In January, what should you be thinking about? In May, for example, or in June, for example, think about textbooks, think about school supplies, think about backpacks. In August or in July, think about Halloween costumes. Think about Halloween. Think about, you know, the products that are important during that particular niche, because the opening of that niche and the closing, obviously the closing date is 3 or 4 or 5 days prior to, and let me just switch something here, but 3 or 4 or 5 days prior to the actual date itself. So for example, we're in Christmas, sales completely dive or take a, you know, a 90% drop a week prior to the actual holiday itself. Now you'll still get those trickle sales, but you're gonna see that 90% drop of your sales being super high, and all those products that you were selling completely stop selling a week or so, 5 days prior to the holiday itself arriving. So, and when does it open? A lot of times it can open 3 months in advance, sometimes up to 4 months in advance. Some people buy it year round. Obviously, there are other people for the Christmas shoppers who buy year round, but those are just everyday shoppers. I wouldn't classify them as the target market for, you know, people who are shopping for Christmas presents, doing their last minute shopping, or trying to find that hottest gift for the Christmas season. A lot of people are not doing that 6 months out. Those people who are doing that 6 months out are stumbling upon great buys for Susie, awesome buys for Sam. You know, this is a great, you know, gift for, you know, Thomas, who's 9 years old. I think I'll pick this one up 6 months in advance. That's just your everyday consumer. You're not going to really have to worry about those people. You want to target every month specific to the category, specific to what is hot, because you want to be able to buy these products at a really low price and then resell them at a, you know, on average, sometimes a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% increase in price, increase in the MSRP, the manufacturer suggested retail price, can be as high as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. In some cases, if the product is extremely hot, and it's a birthday or it's a Christmas holiday season, New Year's, costumes, Halloween, people will sometimes pay up to 100% more. A product costs $100 in the stores, but you can't find it in any store. But you can find it on Amazon because the seller is selling on Amazon for $250. That's 150% markup on top of retail, double, almost 1.5 times retail. You can earn those prices if you time the season right. Now, there's obvious risk involved because you're going to likely pay more to source those hot products. You're going to likely pay full retail to source those hot products, but you're going to know full well that you're going to be able to sell it for a real high profit of a price. So, you know, and those, so again, I'm going to develop this sheet. This is my present to you guys. You can jump on here anytime you want and take a look at it. I'll update it often. You know, I'll probably spend the next 2 weeks trying to build this. I just want to quickly show you tab 2. So on the bottom, there's tabs. Tab 2, I put a lot of my thoughts down for per month. So you can come on here and read them if you want. In January, stock up on raincoats, boots, and umbrellas for the coming few months. People are now starting to get tired of the cold weather and are anxiously waiting for spring season. Start listing spring clothing, accessories, and shoes, especially color. Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's is coming up. So start ramping up your inventory for these months. Little bit of green and red, but don't overdo it. The period after Christmas has long been the best time to buy Christmas decorations. So again, my thought process is just like when seasons end is the best time to start buying that stuff. Now, again, it's important. You need the capital because you need the extra capital because you're going to be sitting on this inventory for 9 months on average. 9 months on average. So you need the extra capital that you don't mind sitting on the inventory that you're going to invest in. But just think about it. You're going to get it for up to 80+% off if you can find the right liquidation opportunities for all these products. But you're going to be sitting on it for 9 months again, launching it out for 3 or 4 months in advance of the season, next year. Second thing you're going to need is storage. You're going to need somewhere to hold and house all your products that you are building up. But this is the way to a $500,000 a year revenue business. These are the tricks and tools that I use to get to the level that I am at. And I'm going to be implementing more of these strategies because my goal, again, as you've seen in my other video for 2019, is to sell $1 million worth of products on Amazon next year and to hit that $1 million in retail sales by the end of 2019. So that's a huge goal, and it's going to take capital, it's going to take space, it's going to take persistence, but it's also going to take me putting in time to prepare myself by drafting up these simple spreadsheets to help me know what's coming up. Let's go to the dashboard and see if there's any questions. Ta-da! Way! You're hilarious. Anderson is lonely here. You're probably lonely because it's what, 1 o'clock in the morning almost? Maybe it's like 1 o'clock now. There were 3 people watching. That's all right. I put this video out. It's going to be available for people to watch it tomorrow. It likely will, obviously I'm going to put the link on my YouTube, my Instagram and Twitter and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, it's the list mostly for retail arbitrage, right? The list honestly is not mostly for retail arbitrage, Anderson. I'll create a column for retail arbitrage. I will also create a column for private label. I will tell you this, Anderson. the the people who do extremely well in private label utilize retail arbitrage to help them find products to sell privately. This year alone, I found 3 major products through retail arbitrage for my private label business. They were doing so well in my retail arbitrage products, were doing so well that one, let me extract this. Let me extract this chat. Can I extract it here? Pop it out. Yeah, there we go. Just so I don't have to, like, I can show this and show pop out. I don't know if I can. Don't need that. Can I show my pop out? Will it stay up? Let's minimize this. There we go. And let's pull up this. Sorry, just getting a little sidetracked here. I don't want this up. I'm terrible with this. So I do want this up, but I want this up, and I do want this up. There we go. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. So yeah, I mean, retail arbitrage, private label, either way, either business model that you do, this will apply to both, because I do both retail arbitrage and private label. So this tool is going to apply to both. And like I said, what is important is that you are looking at your retail arbitrage products and looking at some of those products that fall in the generic category. They're likely not patented. They're likely not a hard or big brand. You want to look at what you can do to source those direct from China, and go directly to Amazon with your product and make it your own brand. If you can, make your own listing for that product, especially if it's giving you a lot of sales. And I'll tell you another reason. It's retail arbitrage. In the world of retail arbitrage, the complaint most RA sellers have is getting consistent sources of inventory. You may find a wicked product, but you may only find 50 of them or 100, or you may only find a couple hundred, and it take you months and months of driving around and then sending your inventory and then driving around. Whereas if you, and you can't do it, obviously you can only do it to, in my case, 3 out of 300 products. So 1% of the products may fall in this tip. Make sense? But you have to look at those products, and then you have to look, can you source them from China? That makes getting inventory a lot easier. The only X factor is how good are you at creating a listing from scratch and ranking it. Those are things I talk about obviously in my course and strategies on how I do it. We'll talk about that. You can ask me a question if you have any questions about that. Ask away, and I can certainly go a little bit deeper into that information for you. What is up, Jason? 2 a.m. You're here. Merry Christmas to you. 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. in Calgary. Damn, that means it's 1 o'clock here in the West Coast. What is what's your plans for Christmas, guys? What do you got going on? You guys chilling at home? So yeah, so this is in the link. I'm gonna and like I said, I'm gonna put this doc in the into the description of this video, just so everyone has access to it. It's gonna be ongoing. I'm gonna build this up and I've already put a bunch of time into it. Just putting my thoughts down on paper. I'm gonna put more time into this. So that it is, as informative for you guys as possible, and gives everybody that is watching this a real quick reference point by month, by holiday, by key dates, by hot niches, top products sales, and thinking ahead, and any other columns that I will add in. If you have any ideas or any columns that you want me to add, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll look into those particulars if you want me to kind of dive into anything specific. All right, so that's present number 1 for you. Called it Sourcing Monthly. The link is free, no charge. Obviously, I'll do the updates so you have updates for it as well.